Now, would you look at this, guys? We have 3 Sith ships. Say that 500 times. Sith ships. Sith ships. The latest addition to the Sith ship crew is going to be Sith Assassin and their Sith Fighter. And a while ago when we got Darth Maul's reinforcement ability, we're like, they gotta be bringing more Sith ships into the game because the reinforcement ability here really didn't make sense because before we only had Darth Vader being the only Sith ship in the game. But now we have the Sith Fighter, and what we're going to do in this video is go over the kit and show some fun gameplay in Fleet Arena. And if you haven't seen it already, the same time today when I posted this video, we have a video on T3M4, which is a new droid from the Knights of the Old Republic who makes the droids a pretty interesting group of characters to use. And there's a little teaser from the developers that the droids are expected to become arena dominant sometime in the future. But enough of all that, let's talk about the Sith Fighter and what it has to offer for Fleet Arena. I don't think it's going to offer too much because we really don't have enough Sith ships. We don't have a Sith capital ship to really make it make sense, but you can win with it. There's a couple of cute things you can do with it, but let's take a look at this ability right here, which is called First Strike. Deal physical damage to a target enemy and inflict health down for 2 turns. And this attack deals 50% more damage if the target is below 50% health. Kind of like Sith Assassin, the Sith Fighter has a lot of abilities that mimic Sith Assassin where you want to have the enemy having low health, get them below health, because once you get them below a certain amount of health, we're going to get a lot of bonuses here. Next ability we have is Stifle, and this is going to counter a lot of healing abilities that we have in Fleet Arena. Stifle allows this character to deal physical damage to a target enemy and inflict healing immunity for 2 turns. So for example, if Thrawn's capital ship is trying to heal up a ship, this is going to prevent it. We don't have too many healing immunities in Fleet Arena right now, so this does have some use, especially when healing is a pretty popular mechanism for Fleet Arena. And now this shows a lot of similarity to the Sith Assassin character. Sith Fighter's attacks ignore protection against debuffed enemies, very similar to Sith Assassin. And when a Sith ally deals damage to an enemy not at 100% health, they gain Foresight and defense penetration for 2 turns. And when an enemy falls below 100% health, all Sith allies gain 25% turn meter, and this is a slight downside, but Sith Fighter can't score critical hits. Which makes me wonder if they'll bring like a Nihilist capital ship, and if you have a Nihilist capital ship, maybe Sith can't deal critical damage dealing attacks, kind of like the Sith or the Nihilist leadership that we have for the Sith. And now lastly, we have the reinforcement ability. We're going to show footage of the Sith Fighter in the reinforcement slot and outside the reinforcement slot, but extreme maneuverability. When you call the Sith Fighter to enter battle, Sith Fighter gains Foresight for 2 turns when reinforced and when a Sith ally scores a critical hit. And while Sith Fighter has Foresight, it has plus 25% offense and loses 10% max health, which is stacking at the start of each of its turns. So you're getting this trade-off. You're getting increased damage output, but at the same time, you're making your ship weaker and weaker. It's kind of like the Sith thing, you know, put yourself through pain. You're making yourself weaker in some ways and stronger in other ways. So it's kind of interesting, but all this Sith synergy that's within this ship specifically makes me think we have to expect some sort of Sith capital ship or some other Sith ships to kind of make more sense with all these Sith abilities that we have, because right now we only have 3 ships that are part of the Sith faction. Alright, let's get into some battles here. The first battle, we're going to put the Sith Fighter in the reinforcement slot and toss the rest of the Sith in the starting 3. Now, we don't have 3 more Sith to kind of start off with 3, so we're going to put Biggs in there. Biggs is a great ship to start off with. Let's start hammering away at the Geonosian Soldier. If you haven't seen, Geonosians are really good, but as long as you attack the right ones, they're actually not that hard to beat. But if you don't keep control of them and take out the Geonosian Soldier as soon as possible, they can be a bit of a headache. I'm actually going to call TIE Advance to deal with the Geonosian Soldier. I'm trying to not hit the Geonosian Spy, because if I hit the Geonosian Spy, then the Soldier goes under stealth and they get all these crazy bonus attacks here. Alright, come on, get a counterattack. Perfect. And we can finish off the Geonosian Soldier. There we go. Alright, so 1 Geonosian down, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to have Sun Fac in the reinforcement slot to come in and get a stun in a moment here. Alright, they're going to call in the reinforcement, and it's most likely Sun Fac. Sun Fac is a great reinforcement to use. Alright. So we're going to call on our Sith Fighter now. And let's read it real quick. You're going to get Foresight for 2 turns when reinforced and when Sith allies are scoring critical hits. And every time we're getting Foresight, we're increasing our offense and losing max health, which is stacking. So here we go. Coming into battle. And now let's see if we can apply some healing immunity. We could apply health down. This attack would do a lot more if we can get them below 50%. So I want to get healing immunity because eventually Thrawn is going to do a heal of some sort. Let's remove some turn meter off Sun Fac. Get a target lock on there. And see, because we have the healing immunity, Thrawn won't be able to heal that ship at all. But let's just keep hammering away. Let's get health down at least. Let's see. See, 15,000, so I'm suspecting this will be a 30,000 on a non-critical hit if all goes well with all things considered. Let's do this. Let's remove some turn meter. All right, looking good. Let's keep working on their bigs. Let's see. Let's just get some more target lock to regenerate some protection. Let's get a healing immunity now. Oh, no healing immunity, unfortunately. And let's see. Remove some turn meter. Let's see. Big hit. Not big enough, but we're at least getting bigs back up and running. So now we're under 50% health. So if we get that stifle ability, we should be able to do something decent on the Geonosian, on Sun Fac right there. Let's do this. Let's get an ability block on the Geonosian spy over there. Come on. All right, let's get ability block with the Slave 1. There's our ability block. And we could get a bunch of hits. Let's just see. We're going to hit everybody here. Or everyone except the Geonosian spy. That's fine. And that should finish off Sun Fac. All right, I was hoping we could show Stifle a little bit better. There goes that ship. Another one bites the dust. Get some more retribution on the Slave 1. Finish off the Phantom. And let's see. Here we go. Under 50% health. Now we can show this ability right here. Our first strike. It's not called Stifle. First strike. Here we go. 66,000 damage on a non-critical hit. So that could probably, if all goes well and you stack up all the other buffs, you probably can get some good damage out of that. Let's call in the TIE Advance to assist right here. All right, and we should win. They were able to get their ultimate ability off first, but we're gonna win nonetheless. So we got some foresight and whatnot. We had some decent damage output. As you keep getting foresight, that first strike ability is going to do some decent amount of damage. We got 66,000 on non-critical hits, so that's not too bad. But now let's show what it looks like when you have all three of the Sith start off. I mean, I don't recommend this. I don't recommend really having the Scimitar be a starting ship. I don't recommend going all Sith at the beginning. There's not really a lot of benefits for a full Sith team right now at the beginning. I'd much rather have Biggs Darklighter sit in the spot of the Sith Fighter. Let's get some target lock there. We pretty much have no one defending our Sith right now, and we already lost one of our ships. This kind of shows you the downsides of running all Sith at the very beginning. You need to run Biggs. That's like almost mandatory. So the rest of this battle is pretty much irrelevant, so I'm not even going to show the rest of it. Let's just move on to another battle because me finishing this off doesn't talk about the point of the Sith Fighter. So starting off with 3 Sith wasn't really working out too well. We need some sort of defense. So we're going to put Biggs in that starting role to at least give us some sort of taunting tank, and we're going to put the Sith Fighter in the starting lineup and hopefully see more utility than the previous battle here. And I'm hoping to show you that the basic on the Sith Fighter might come in handy to prevent their bigs from constantly regenerating protection. Let's see if we can apply a healing immunity. Excellent. So see, look, we got target lock, but the ship is not gaining protection. That is huge because Biggs is one of the most powerful ships before and after the ship reinforcement update. And as we see here, this is really critical. See, we're gonna be able to regenerate health. I mean, once Thrawn tries to regenerate health for Biggs, it's not gonna work out. All right, let's see. Let's do another hit right here. All right, and we're gonna do a nice big hit right here. Let's just slow it down. See what? Actually, we don't. Let's not overdo it. Let's just there we go. Save that for like Vader or something. All right, let's call in Boba Fett for our. Actually, let's do this. Let's call in the. Let's just call him Boba Fett. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. All right, we should be able to finish off that ship. Oh, not yet. We're almost there. We're almost there. But I definitely see the utility of using the Sith Fighter in your starting lineup so you can quickly shut down Biggs from regenerating health. That came in really handy. Let's remove all that. Let's finish off that ship right there. 28,000, not too bad at all. There we go. One hit there. Another hit there. See, we keep gaining protection there because they're not controlling my protection regeneration on my Biggs. And let's see, we're going to get TIE Advance to go right through that foresight. Excellent. All right. So this battle should be in the bag, but as we see, there is some benefits running the Sith Fighter in the starting line. They're going to evade, unfortunately. Let's just do it. All right. And there goes our Sith Fighter, but we should win the battle. All right. So there we go. So we're going to show one more battle. I definitely like the Sith Fighter starting off. There was a lot of benefits with the Sith Fighter being the reinforcement slot, but I'm guessing maybe if you're dealing with a lot of Biggses and you just can't seem to control them constantly gaining protection, hey, Sith Fighter might be a good option because the healing immunity on a basic really did just knock out their Biggs really quickly for me. All right, so I really like that starting lineup that we had. The protection, the healing immunity really benefited us, and we're just going to toss in Grand Moff Tarkin just to mix up the capital ships a little bit and battle a slightly different Thrawn team. Instead, they'll have TIE Silencer starting off, which is another decent starting lineup, so you can get a lot of stuns here. All right, they're going after the Sith Fighter first. That's okay. Let's get our Biggs to taunt here, and I can't wait for me to apply healing immunity. Let's see if the Sith Fighter will help us out. No, we didn't get the Sith Fighter, but let's apply healing immunity. There we go. So they're not going to regenerate any sort of protection now because of that healing immunity. So we should be able to knock out their Biggs quite fast here. I mean, they're going to get a big hit on us. That's fine. And see, they're not. Come on, let's get another hit. We should be able to finish it off. There we go. Biggs is gone. I mean, they didn't get that much target lock on us that time around, but that really helped us out quite a bit, actually. Let's. I just want to keep applying healing immunity so they don't just get their ships back up and running with Thrawn. I mean, this is a hard counter. The ship is a pretty, not a hard counter, but a decent counter to Thrawn's capital ship, as well as the protection regeneration for Biggs Darklighter. All right, let's call in Boba Fett for our reinforcement right here. Hopefully get some nice protection regeneration for Biggs in a moment. Got another hit. And, oh, they're not going to do any healing, so we're not going to see our healing immunity do much. All right. Come on, get a nice counterattack. There we go. Some more target lock. We're keeping Biggs up and running. See, this is why healing immunity is so important. Look, we've had Biggs essentially stay in battle several times now. Let's finish off Slave 1. Let's see how much damage we can do on the Slave 1. Because we're not going to score a critical hit, I don't care at all about that critical hit immunity. So in a way, we're also countering the crit immunity. That was 55,000 damage. We're countering the crit immunity that Boba Fett gets when he enters battle. So, I mean, this has a lot of interesting stuff going on. I don't know if I ever got this ship on my personal account, if I would add it in my lineup, but as you see, there are some uses that we have here. Oh, that was a pretty good hit for the TIE Silencer. That's why it's a good ship right there. See, watch. See, they're not getting health. I'm glad we were able to stall a little bit, but now we're going to finish it off. They weren't able to get regenerate health through Thrawn's capital ship. So it's a pretty cute ship. It's got some interesting stuff going on. It's going to be a marquee ship in case you're curious. But I think this ship might be more important in the future for maybe a legendary Sith ship. I mean, there was a lot of talk that maybe Nihilus will get his capital ship, which would be kind of cool, actually. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and leave me a like, comment down below if you haven't done so already, and subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And until the next video.
Party Richter, Party Richter. Down, 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 down. Party Richter, Party Richter. Son of a bitch. Party Richter, Party Richter. Down, down, down.